Okay, we're back with Fallout New Vegas, and I'm gonna play as myself, kind of, at least in appearance, and I'm gonna be a badass with a heart of gold. So, without further ado,
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name.
that's my name, Baldy.
Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out.
I'd see.
I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place.
Okay.
How'd I do?
Alright, so this is the classic character customization. It's for some reason in these kind of games, you know, Bethesda, it's all the same. Very kind of not the best yeah, character creation. As you can see, you've got 10 preset faces. I usually go for this one, the variations of, and I usually randomize it. Randomize your head. Yep, we want to do that. So we're just gonna randomize through these heads till we find one that's like not too bad. Keeping the age low, because of course it looks pretty bad when it's aged. That looks okay. Let's randomize a bit more. Yes. Usually the eyes are like messed up or something. Anyway, that looks okay, so we're gonna go with that. Next we're gonna change the hairstyle, because it's pretty anti-long hair on this one, so we're gonna choose let's see. Probably the pompadour, I think, is gonna be the best for a badass. And we're gonna make it black hair color, I think. Probably something like that. Let's have a look, see what we can do. Chocolate. Suede. I think black's fine. There we go. Okay. Facial hair. It's gonna be Gunslinger, maybe. Shaggy sideburns. Old coot. Must admit the beards and stuff are good, at least. So many beards. Dashing rogue. Bit difficult to know what to pick here. I mean, none of these really fit so well. Let's see. Slickster. Let's go with the Ronin, I think. Without a dashing rogue. Yeah, we'll go with the Ronin.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore.
Nope, let's get up.
Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Ooh, looking good so far.
Okay, the vigor tester's kind of,
try.
yeah, it's what you use to
We'll
basically
learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
Yep. It's basically what you use to create your character. So we're gonna go with let's see, 1 in strength, none in perception, 1 in endurance, none in charisma, 1 in intelligence. Agility is not so important. So 1 in luck. And another 1 in probably agility.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Okay. If you notice the textures are different, it's because I put in a whole new HD texture pack. It's revamped everything.
All right.
It's awesome.
I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Dog. Kick.
House.
Target.
Night.
Sleep.
Bandit.
Bandit. Swiss cheese.
Light.
Light. Inspiration.
Mother.
Mother. Cookie jar.
Okay. Now, I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature. I ain't given to relying on others for support.
That's very true.
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
Nah, not really.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas. I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Very true.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
I see, an oozing wound.
Okay.
Ship at sea.
La
Well, that's 2 Shaolin monks giving high five, but, I don't know. Light in the darkness, I guess?
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results.
So that was a waste
See
of
if
time.
it all seems right to you.
Alright, so it's picked melee weapons, medicine, science. So we don't want medicine, we don't want melee weapons. We're going to take guns, because we're going to be a gunslinger. Badass gunslinger. So we're going to need science, because that's used for quite a lot of things in the game. So it was useful having, and I've lockpick as well.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Okay. Let's have a look at these. I've got the expansions, you know, the DLC expansions, so that gives me a lot more traits and stuff. It also boosts my levels by 10 levels. So that's why I've got all these extra ones. I do like the hoarder ability. I'm gonna get that. I think. I don't know. Should I? I don't know. I'm gonna choose skilled because that's a good one to have, because you can always grind experience, so getting 10% less experience isn't so bad. I'm not too sure about the hoarder one. Maybe I'll go for Wild Wasteland instead. That looks a lot of fun. Unleashes the most bizarre city elements of post-apocalyptic America. Not for the faint-hearted. That's for me.
Alright, I guess that about does it.
Okay.
Come with me, I'll see you out.
Cool. Yeah, this is part of the part of one of the mods. It gives you a starter box, but you don't really need it.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on, too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style, anyway. Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out, too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Will do, Doc. So it's saying if you want hardcore mode, I don't recommend it. I don't see what's fun about having to worry about food and water and stuff like that. I've never understood what's great about that. These implants and stuff are all part of the mods. There's like a little mod that like adds stuff to you. We're just gonna loot some of these stuff. Anti-venom, stim packs. You can steal all this. He doesn't seem to mind. So I usually just steal all this stuff. While I'm doing this, I'll just talk about some of the mods I've added. I've added nothing really that's gonna enhance my my abilities or anything like that. So it's not cheating. It's more like, as I said, new monsters. I can't prepare that yet, but yeah, it's stuff like new monsters and new areas, bounties and stuff like that. So, cool, nice. Create some stim packs. So you know, it's all you know, kind of stuff just to enhance the game rather than make it too easy, shall we say, because I don't like it too easy. If anything, it's making the game even harder because it adds a lot more monsters, a lot more difficult monsters and stuff, and more areas to explore, so it makes the game more interesting to watch as well. Because part of the problem with Fallout New Vegas Vanilla was there wasn't too many monsters and stuff, so you're kind of walking around for a while without seeing anything. Some seeds, sugar bombs, pork and beans, ammunition. I wonder how many people walk out without taking any of this stuff. They must have a really slow start if you do that. Because this is great. I mean, it's just like so much stuff you can just yoink. I do love the texture pack. It really makes the game like come alive more, at least for me. Because I played vanilla. I'll be honest, I've played this game before on vanilla all the way through. This is my second time back to the game, but with the new texture pack and everything, it feels so new. So that's great. So I think we're pretty much done here, unless he's hiding anything that I haven't seen yet. Maybe take the cigarettes. It's a shame you can't smoke them. I was lamented about that. I was like, you're giving us smokes and you can't be all cool and smoke the lovely cancer sticks. You know, because you know, you want to look cool. Anyway, take the hat and let's head outside and see the beautiful Mojave Desert. In all of its beautifulness. Loading times are slightly longer because of the texture pack, but you know, it's worth it, I think. Ooh, that's bright. As you might expect. Elwell Blues. Yeah, so I get an extra radio station. My level cap's been raised. Lonesome Road I've got. As you can see, I've got all the happy trails, honest hearts, and all that good stuff. And here we are, in the big wide world. Gunrunner's Arsenal DLC. Nice. So, hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I'll see you next time.